Hi, my name is Chelsea Turner, the librarian at Washington Middle School in El Dorado, Arkansas, and I'm going to do a very fast tutorial on how to make a Bitmoji classroom or library. So the first step to doing this is to downloading the Bitmoji app. You cannot do it on a web address, so you will have to do like the actual app on, they have for both Android and iPhone. So download the app, create your Bitmoji, and then I would suggest using Chrome, your Chrome browser, because we're going to be using all Google things today. You can add the extension, the Bitmoji extension here. So you could go to the Chrome web store and you can search Bitmoji and you can add it. When I click on it, it's going to say remove because I already have it installed, but yours will say add. So mine's right here. We are going to be using slides today. So once you've added your extension, you've created your Bitmoji, we're going to start with a clean slideshow. We don't need themes. We don't need any of these title boxes. We are going to call this Bitmoji library, and starting with a blank slate. So the first thing we need to do is add a background that we call a wall and floor because we want it to look like a library. And I'm doing this for the for like a public library or another school library. So I'm going to go to background and I'm going to choose an image and I'm going to search the web. The trick here is you want to search wall and floor background. I like this one, so I'm going to click it and then click insert and then done, and it puts my background there. So other things we would maybe need in a library. For sure we're going to need a bookshelf. So you're going to go insert image, search the web, and that'll pop it up right here. There's a few key things you need to keep in mind here. We're going to search transparent background, and then not just like bookcase because we'll get one full of stuff. We need empty bookshelf. Let's bring this one in. You have lots of good options there. This is the one I'm choosing. Something cool to know is that you can change, when you're pulling an image over, you can change the color. Like maybe we like the shape of this, but we don't like the color. We can go to format options, recolor. We can pick a color that we like better. Maybe we like the silver better. Okay, another thing that we need, I'm thinking for a public library you would want like a circulation desk. So this one was actually, excuse the bell, I'm at school. So this one was actually really hard. I've already tried this and it was really hard to find the exact thing that I wanted. So I found a good search is round information desk, transparent background. This was really hard. Actually, I remembered that I already had a picture that I wanted to use. So I'm going to insert from my own computer the image that I want, which is this one. I'm going to open it. I'm going to put it here. Maybe I want to change the size a little bit. You can adjust it. Obviously, you're seeing me. I can move it around. Maybe I would like it taller. It's going to be disproportionate, but maybe that's how I want it. So I've got my desk and my bookcase. Another cool thing to add to make it kind of homey is a rug. So I'm going to take away empty bookshelf here and type around rug. And I'm going to add, I like this blue one. I'm going to add it here. This one I'm going to pull because I want it to be like this way, and then I'm going to make it bigger. And I'm going to set it here. Okay, I've got my bookcase, my circulation shelf, desk, my rug. Usually I also add a potted plant too, just to make it homier. Potted plants. I like this one. I've used it a lot, so I'm going to drag it over. And you could put it on the desk if you wanted to. I'm going to put it on the shelf over here because I usually have a hard time filling the shelf all the way. So once I have the background that I want, none of these things right now are clickable, and that's how I want. Some people put their Bitmoji in the background. I want my Bitmoji to be clickable, so I'm not going to put it in there yet. So once I have it how I want, I'm going to now save this. I'm going to download as a PNG, as a file, image file. I'm not going to get rid of anything here yet though, because I might decide that I want to move this plant or I want to move this rug, and it'll be easier to do that if I still have this slide. So I'm just going to add another one and take away these boxes, add background. Oh, not that. Okay, so I am going to pull this image that I just saved in this spot so that this will be our background. Okay, so I'm gonna add my Bitmoji to start. I want it to be one that you click on that takes you to my blog, or if you're doing a library, it could be a get to know your librarian. There's one, I'm gonna type in reading. I know there's one where she's sitting with some pillows. This is the one that I want, so I'm just gonna drag that here. You want things, I'm not very good at getting things to be super proportionate. That's something I struggle with, but I want her to be kind of proportionate with it. That looks pretty good to me. I don't know, I'm not great at that. So if I want her to be clickable, I'm going to make sure she's highlighted, which means this blue spot is around, and I want this to go to my blog. So I'm going to go open a new tab and go there. So this is my blog, and maybe when you click her, that's where I want it to go. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to come here to this link, and I'm going to paste that and apply it. So now when you click on her, it'll take you there. Okay, so now when you click on her, you're going to be heading to my blog. Another thing you might want to add here would be like maybe a new arrival. So I don't know about you guys, but a new arrival we have to our library is the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the Deep End. So for this one, I'm just going to want an image of this cover so that you can I can link it to what we have. So saving that, and I am going to pull it in here. It automatically linked it to the last one. I don't know why I did that, but I'm going to change it. So I'm going to put it on our bookshelf here, and I'm going to change the link, but first I need to go get the link. So for us, this would be, this would be mostly used by our virtual students, and so we have Sora, which is an app they can get where we have some digital things. This is our new edition here, so this is what I want to link them to, where they can borrow our new book. So it's selected, I'm going to click here, I'm going to change that and hit apply. So now this should take us to the blog, and now this should take us to Sora where kids can check out that new book. Another thing you might want to add is a place where they can go check out books. So if you're a library, a public library, and maybe you have like this, so this is where our students come to check out books, and so this would be, I'm going to copy this, and then I need something they click on to go there. So for us, I think I'm going to do an image of just like a desktop monitor. So I'm going to do like desktop computer, and I like this one. And so I'm going to put it here. And see, I can see that my Bitmoji is really not very proportionate now. So I'm going to move her there. Okay, that seems better to me. Okay, so I want this to be clickable to our checkout system. So it is, but I don't know that if people just look at this, they're going to know, oh, well, this is where I go to check out books. So I'm going to insert some text. I'm going to do a text box, and I'm going to make it as big as this monitor screen here, and I'm going to write check out books here. I'm going to center it, change the color where it's a little bit easier to see. Sometimes you have to be highlighted to change the color. And then I'm going to make it bigger. Too big. Okay. Now I want this also to be linked to the same thing, so that if they're clicking the text box or they're clicking the computer, it'll take them to the checkout. So to do that, I have to make sure that I don't see my cursor anywhere, but that I see that the text box is selected, and I'm going to type in that same web address. So now if they're doing the monitor or this, it'll take them there. This is a quick tutorial. So let's say that you've added, oh, I know one more thing I want to add. there is a lot of Bitmoji classrooms use posters that lead to certain things. If this were a public library, or a school library, I think it would be cool to do like an upcoming event, like a community event, and link to that. So something that's happening in our community is the MAD battle, like Battle of the Bands. So I'm gonna first go to images. They have some cool posters already made, so I'm gonna save this image because I want to use it as my poster. So maybe I just want it like behind the circulation desk. You can see that it's on top of things here, and if I want it to be behind everything. So I'm going to right click and click order, send to back so that it's behind everything. And actually I need to send it back again so that it's, well, it can't be behind the desk because that's our background. So I'm going to move it up here like that. Okay, so I want this to be clickable and take you to information about the battle. So this is the Murphy Arts District website, all about the Battle of the Bands. Actually, I probably need to click on this one, see who's battling it out. I'm going to link, so click my little link button here to that site. You could add a ton more things. I've seen Bitmoji libraries or classrooms that have links to music, background music to listen to, or on my personal Bitmoji library, I have links to the Sora place we went to check out our book, to places that read books to you, to Epic and other places that you might find resources that you would use in the classroom. So you could link to a ton of things there. Once you've got all the things that you want to be clickable, a good way to test first is to go to present. And I always tell my students, you know something is clickable when your cursor changes from the black mouse to the hand. Once you're on the image, it will click somewhere. You know it's clickable. Making sure all of our links are working here. Everything's looking good. So if all of our links are good, I am done and I'm now ready to share this Bitmoji classroom. So now that I'm finished, I want to get rid of this one because I didn't need it. So I'm going to delete that slide. This is my Bitmoji library or classroom that I want to share. And here's how you do that. You go to File, Publish to the web, and you can do a link or embed. It depends on how you want to share it. For me, I embedded our Bitmoji library into our library website. It has its own page and it lives there and it's clickable there. A lot of teachers get a link and post it in their Google Classroom. If you are a public library, you might consider pushing this out on your Facebook and Twitter. So let's say publish. Okay, and this is now the link. So I'm going to email it to myself so you can see how it works. So we're going to do a test here. Test, send. Now I'm going to come here, and here it is, and I'm going to click on it. And this is what it looks like. You see they can't go forward or back because we only have one slide. And then everything they click is clickable and working. Takes us to the Mad Battle, takes us to the blog. So everything is clickable and working great. So that is a very, very fast tutorial on how to make a Bitmoji library or a Bitmoji classroom. I am going to also post a step-by-step instruction under this video. So after you watch the video and you're trying to make your own, go back to those steps if you forget what to do. I hope you learned something and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching.